Hi, everybody. It is me, Jennifer Suggs, and Happy New Year. We are now in 2018, and of course, I am praying that you guys will be blessed, that this year is filled with so many promises of God that you can't even really receive it all. Well, today, welcome to the latest edition of Building Relationships, where I am your Christian holistic life coach, Jennifer Suggs, and I'm so glad that you're joining me here for just a few minutes of building relationships today. So, what better way than to start the year off as in talking about those connections that we have? You know, this time of year, everybody is talking about, stopping negative things and beginning new things and wanting to cut off bad people and wanting to cut off, the different things we think that we don't have need of. But I'm here to say that sometimes it might not be the people. It just might be your connection. For the Bible talks about, we are iron that sharpens iron. Don't want to say that. For the Bible tells us that we are iron sharpening iron. Don't want to say that. Just scratch that all together. So, we want to talk about today those connections. Now, my last video, I started this part one. This is going to be part two to that one. The first one, when we was talking about connections, was talking about 4 different things. I'm just going to be very brief. The first 2 was about what if you discover that you are just disconnected and severed altogether. The second part was talking about having blocked or damaged relationships, and I dealt with that a little bit more in the first video. And today, what I wanted to talk about is what if you find yourself in a relationship where you are giving, and doing little receiving, or you're doing a lot of receiving and not too much giving. Those 2 things will damage connection, whether you are relating to God, whether you are relating to yourself, and whether you are relating to other people. And so what do? I wanted to just put this little plug in here. I am a relationship coach. But what I do is I fix relationships where it concerns God, yourself, and other people. So you will find that a lot of my teaching follows those 3 patterns: God first, yourself, and then other people, and how we can experience the maximum love that's possible. All right. So let's just jump into this lesson for today. All right. So when we are discovering within our relationships that the first one I wanted to do with is there are people that are just good at receiving. Just receiving. And in your relationship, you will find that if you are constantly taking deposits out, if you are, constantly taking withdrawals out, and you are constantly receiving, you will find that you will run out of places that are able to feed you on any level. So what we want to discuss today is, if that is you, I want to encourage you to begin to work on the giving process so that you can make your relationships more healthy, or healthier, I should say. So in the Bible, it says that in Luke 6:38, it says, "Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give unto your bosom. For with the same measure that you give out, it shall also be measured back to you." So this kind of living requires for you to have a little bit of faith, because you have to understand and believe that it shall be given back to you. Those things that you give out, those things that you are measuring out to other people, it is God that will make sure that it is given and poured back to you. I mean, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And I know in this year, that's what we're all looking for, is that abundance. How do we tap into that abundance? Well, I'll give you clue number 1. Number 1, that abundance is only going to be measured unto you as you give out. So with that, I want to encourage you to find a way to give out, to not be so worried about what am I getting? What am I receiving? What am I getting from this relationship? Even when you go to your prayer times with God, don't worry so much about what he's going to pour into you. If you're very good at receiving, I want to encourage you to work on the giving process, because in that, God can give you that full and abundance that we've all been craving and wanting. So the second part of that, in worried about connections, is what if you're a person that is good at just giving, but not the receiving? And it's a blessed place to be in, to give and to pour out. But then you got to also work on that part of the relationship where you need to receive. So the Bible, the beautiful thing is about God is that he tells us, he teaches us from the moment we meet him. He says, you know what I want you to do? I want you to enter into my gates with thanksgiving and into my courts with praise. Be thankful unto me and bless my name. And the beautiful thing about that is that if you are going to say thank you and to praise God, you have to first recall what he has given unto you. That is the practice that we have to do when it comes to other people, when it comes to really checking ourselves and what are we pouring into ourselves? What are we feeding ourselves? Those different things. We have to first stop and recall, what is it that I'm receiving? When you are with your spouse, you can't be so focused on giving, giving, giving that you don't stop to say, thank you. Take an account as to what you are receiving. When it comes to God, it can't just be God, I need. But why don't I just spend this moment in time and receiving and just saying thank you, going through an exhaustive list to just say thank you. Thank you for the air that I breathe. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for being my joy. Thank you for being my shield, for being the lifter of my head. Even with your spouse, thank you for those little things that I don't even really say I appreciate. But today, I just want to encourage you to work on your connections, whether it's with God, whether it's relating to yourself, and whether it's relating to your spouse. If you would like more details about how you can really heal your connection, then you can inbox me here, Powerful Living. I have a business page where you can inbox me, Powerful Living. You can also find me in my Facebook group. It is called Powerful Believers. Full is always spelled Powerful Living, and it's always 3 L's in the middle. You can email me at powerfulliving@aol.com, and I will be happy to get back with you. You can message me any kind of way you want to. My name is Jennifer Suggs, and that is my moment for today. You guys, I just want you to be encouraged, be empowered. I want you to be established and live a creative life, especially in this 2018. All right? All right. Well, you be blessed. God bless. Bye-bye.